Season X continues here at the Valley City Eagles for the Eagle Eye Tournament. Dana, how's the tournament been going so far?
It's going great. We have 83 players, tons of free entries and add-ons.
Wonderful. Thank you for TDing this event yet again. As she said, we have 84 players in the field today. We're just going to have some feature table action here. We're going to see how it all plays out.
All right. Dealers, please shuffle up and deal. Your blanket at 22,000 with a $2,000 entry.
Once again, I would like to welcome everyone to the continuation of Season X Dakota Poker Tour with our Eagle Eye Tournament here at Valley City, North Dakota. You are watching feature table action. We are down to 8 tables in the field. And on our feature table, we're going to be starting off with, get my notes out here, Jeremy Holmes from West Fargo. He's going to be in seat 1. His starting chip stack is at 69,000. In seat 2, we have Darcy Lundberg, Moorhead native with a starting chip stack of 27,500. In seat 3, we have a DPT favorite player over here, Curtis Balaki from Fargo. He's got a starting chip stack of 13,500. Marcy Paulson in seat 4 from Grand Forks is definitely the chip leader on this table with 100,500 in chips to start off. In seat 5, we have Josh Larson, a Valley City native, 36,000 starting stack. In seat 6, Brad Posh, 34,000 starting chip stack. Seat 7, that is Tiny. He is from Hawaii. That's what he tells me, so that's what he's going to be. He has a starting chip stack of 96,000. In seat 8, Wade Hendrickson, coming from Can-Do, North Dakota, starting chip stack of 10,000. And Mike Columbus rounding out our feature table here from Red Lake Falls. Thank you for making the drive, Mike. His starting chip stack is 57,500. We are now going to get to the action. did have Darcy going all in against Tiny. Tiny is proven himself to be a force to be reckoned with. I've watched him at a number of our Dakota Poker Tour events, and for me at least, he's kind of known to be a bully on the table, but he's just an aggressive poker player, and he's always fun and exciting to watch. Here we see Darcy doubling up here off Tiny. Curtis Balaki is all in. They're going to flip him over, and Curtis is looking at, wow, King High 1. Maybe Josh and Marcy were looking to pick up an easy pot, but Curtis does not go away that easy. A very veteran poker player, well known around the poker scene and all over the country, I'm sure. Some other notables in the field. We do have Jake Rederath. He just went home and showered at breaks. He is from Valley City. If you remember, he played in the Crossroads Tavern up in Bismarck, North Dakota, that tournament. And I believe he took second place. And from that tournament, he was dubbed the bad boy of the Dakota Poker Tour. He is still in. Jamie Meitinger, Buffalo City Showdown winner from the last time we did this tournament. That was 2 years ago now. He looks to be out of the field at this point, but he did make an appearance. Made the 20-30 minute drive from Jamestown. Also have Awesome Bossum. He is in the field still. But he's just an incredible, proved his way to be an incredible poker player here for the Dakota Poker Tour. Certainly we'll be looking forward to Bossum making a charge at this tournament here. Also from Moorhead, same with Bossum as Bhutan. He was in the tournament, got knocked out earlier. We certainly look forward to seeing him a little bit more as the Dakota Poker Tour continues. A couple other notables in our field. Cody Slusher, current DPT Player of the Year point standings leader, 14,015 points. Cody Slusher, and nipping at his heels is Brandon Dosh. I believe he is also here today. Brandon took down the Eagle Eye tournament the last time we came through Valley City. So he's certainly going to be looking to continue his winning streak here, at least cashing here at the Dakota Poker Tour. And if he does, he very well could piggyback Cody in the Player of the Year point standing. We also have Brandon Schmidt in the field. Always a solid player. We look forward to seeing Brandon hopefully make it to our final table or feature table at some time. Josh Dahlstrom, also in the house. He won our Gastropub tournament. That was a year and a half ago. So a lot of big names, former champions are in the field still. And as players are getting knocked out left and right, as we took our dinner break, I did look around the room, and there wasn't too many daunting chip stacks. It seems like there was quite a few smaller ones. So right now, as our tournament continues, probably going to be hearing a lot of player downs. Obviously meaning players are going to be kicked out. Here we see Darcy raising to 5,000. It's up to Wade for us to see a flop here, and Wade folds. Darcy will be taking home the blinds and Annie's. Blinds right now are 1,000, 2,000 with a 2,000 big blind ante. Players just came off their dinner break, so got a chance to stretch the legs, get the blood flowing, and regain some energy. Because as we know, playing these poker tournaments, they can go a while. If you're not fueled up properly, your mind mentally will start slipping, and then before you know it, you'll be driving home. We just heard another player down from the field. Marcy raising to 5,000. Action on Josh Larson. He's going to fold. Brad folds. Tiny folds. Wade folds. And Marcy again taking down another blinds in Annie's pot. And just before we began our break and had to close our entries, we had one last player come in, make it 84 total entries today. So definitely want to thank all of our players for coming out and making this tournament a success. Actions on Darcy, then Curtis, and they all fold. Over to Josh. Tiny raising to 5,500. Wade folds. Mike folds. Actions on seat 1, Jeremy. He's going to call. And Curtis will also call for 3,500 more. We're going to be seeing a flop, 3 players into that flop. And that comes ace 6-6 rainbow. I am commentating live at the table, so cannot comment on the cards or anything. Just simply going to call the action for you. Curtis goes all in for 6,500. Tiny folds, and Jeremy also folds. And if you're curious on where all you can watch DPT's live streams, obviously if you are hearing this, you're watching a live stream, but you can watch it on both YouTube and Facebook. You can find Dakota Poker Tour on both of those. And if you are on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. That way and hit the notification bell. That way you will be notified in the future when we do go live, such as later today. We will only be streaming right now for about an hour, just to give you guys a little taste of what it's like here. If you are in the Valley City area, come on down, have some drinks at the Eagles Club, and maybe check out the poker production we have going on here. We're going to fold around. Tiny's going to raise it up to 7,500. Wade's going to throw that away for Jeremy. Thinking he doesn't want in that hand. We're going to fold around to Curtis. Curtis looks down at 2 cards and folds.
Same guys.
Don't give me napkins and I won't hold. That's a problem. I was hoping that energy would be yeah. Nobody has no
Marcy's going to raise it up to 7,500, and Curtis is going to promptly fold.
I had a lot more shit.
Jeremy's going to raise it up to 5,500. Marcy folds, looking over at Josh Larson. He's also going to throw away those cards. Mike's going to call the blinds. Jeremy is going to raise it up to 8,500. Curtis folds. Over to Josh. Josh is folding. Brad folds. And over to Mike. He's going to fold as well. Going ahead and give you guys a little bit of a update on the chip stacks. Marcy's still in the chip lead on our feature table. I'm not privy to what else is going on out there on in the field, but I guarantee you other players do have chips in front of them as well. It's just a matter of how much. Wade's going to raise it up to 7,500. He will be all in for that amount. We're going to fold around to Darcy. Darcy folds. Curtis. Curtis, being short stacked himself, may not want to put all his chips in the line quite yet. Josh Larson will call. Action over to Tiny. And Tiny also calls. We have 3 players in on the flop. 1 player's all in. Wade's all in. Flop comes 5, deuce, 9. At tournament 9, we're going to check. Tiny checks. Josh is going to bet 5,000. Tiny immediately calls. And our river is a 3 of diamonds. Josh will bet 5K over to Tiny, who tanks and tanks and tanks. Tiny will see what cards he's up against with a $5,000 call. Not really dollar.
We need to get our drinking water paid.
And it looks like Wade will win his pot. And who else was in there? Well, point of the story is Fred Host was in there. Point of the story is survives. Player survives. We're going to start our action on this next hand with Mike in seat 9. Mike will raise to 5,000. Fold, fold, fold. Fold around. Over to Brad. He's going to fold tiny. Tanks and folds. Over to Wade. Wade thinking about it, then calling for 3,000 more. Action on Mike. No, action will not be on Mike. He's the original aggressor. But now we'll go back to Wade. Flop comes 7-6-5 rainbow. We're going to check around. Check, check, check. And we check, and Mike will fire away for 5K over to Marcy. She'll call. Wade wants nothing to do with it. He will fold. And river comes a king of hearts. Action on Mike first. And we check and check. And we're going to flip him over. And as you see, Marcy will take this one down. It was a great river card for her. Strengthened her hand quite a bit. Darcy raises it up to 5,500. Curtis calls, Josh folds, Brad folds, Tiny folds, Wade folds, Mike. What does Mike do here? He's got a fold, call, or raise. Those are his only options, and he calls. And 3 players in on the flop, and flop comes ace, king, ace. And Darcy's going to fire away for 6K. Curtis folds over to Mike. Mike's going to throw that away as well. Oh my, that was an amazing flop. Stu still. I see Brandon Schmidt still out there. Awesome Bossum, Jake Rederath. I believe Paul Johnson. No, there's that Tony Euler. I believe that's Tony Euler. He's here as well. Back to the action at the table. Curtis goes all in. Marcy folds. Josh Larson considering what to do here.
Lines up, next hand. Lines up, next hand, Josh. 1,500, 3,000, next hand, guys. With an island, fold. Lead 8, fold.
We're going to fold around to Mike. Action on Darcy. Darcy thinking here. Says, to hell with those chips. And we're going to see they're going to flop over Ace Queen versus 8-7 suited connectors. Curtis at risk here, being kicked out of the tournament. Just has to stave off 8-7s and a straight, even a flush potential here, and any pair on the board's going to win it. And the river is a jack, and Curtis is going to double up off Darcy, keeping his tournament hopes alive here at the Eagle Eye Tournament in Valley City. Our blinds are up to 1,500, 3,000, 3,000.
I am thinking the exact same thing.
Stellar announcing guy. Spot on analysis.
Too much faith in the dealer.
Another notable in the field. We hope he does make it on the feature table. Biker Bob is out there. Had the honor of dealing for him for about 15 minutes earlier today. We're going to continue our action here on our feature table and just a bunch of folds. Jeremy's going to call, and Darcy has the option, and he's going to check. We're going to see a flop.
All right, tournament players.
Flop comes Jack, King 3.
$17,430. Your first place is going to be $5,055. Your second place, $3,240.
We did get our prize pool finalized, and our tournament director, Dana Castaneda, is announcing that right now. I will go grab those numbers shortly and let y'all know what's going on with our prize pool.
One orbit, penalty, seat one, slow playing the nuts.
All right, and my fellow coworkers knew what was going on. They wanted to hand this over to me right away. I didn't even have to get up out of my chair. First place prize today will be $5,055, and second place $3,240. Third place $2,400, and we won't go through the rest, but it does. We are paying 10 places today. But the big story here. Over $5,000 for first place.
At dinner, Leah did say Darcy will eat anything.
Another all-in from Curtis. It's up to Jeremy to call. Jeremy's going to muck the 2 cards in his hand, and we're just going to move on to the next hand. Just had to help Curtis out quick and get him a chair so he didn't have any drinks on the table. Just we're just doing this hour live stream. We're getting into our rhythm. We'll be back once there is 2 tables left. Right now you're watching feature table action at the Eagle Eye Showdown in Valley City, North Dakota. Do have some events coming up. Some more DPT action continues. May 22nd, we're going to be at the Speedway in West Fargo. Certainly looking forward to seeing all of our West Fargo and Fargo peeps, and maybe Valley City, Jamestown, Bismarck, Grand Forks, Wahpeton. Come on out, people. May 22nd, Speedway. And then on June 5th, actually June 4th, we'll be doing an event in Wahpeton on Friday. That's going to be a turbo event. And then on the 5th and the 6th, we'll be up at Southgate in Grand Forks. Details of all 3 of those tournaments are still being finalized. But yeah, we'll be in Grand Forks on weekend of the June 5th. After that, we'll take some break off. Brad's going to call, I believe. Oh, yep, he calls. We're just going to go to the flop. 2 players in on the flop. Mike and Brad battling it out. Flop comes 7-7 queen. Brad's going to check. Mike's going to throw out 7,000 and an immediate fold. So Mike will take in about 10K there. Certainly want to thank Valley City Eagles Club here in obviously Valley City, for hosting the tournament and keeping all the drinks and food flowing to keep our players nice and happy and fueled up to play poker. And of course, proceeds of this tournament will be going towards the Valley City Eagles Club, which is an absolutely incredible organization. We have action over here on Jeremy, though, seat 1. It's going to raise to 8,000. Action on Darcy from Moorhead. Darcy's going to lay him down, and if he lived to fight another day. Marcy folds. Josh folds. Brad folds. Tiny up to Tiny. If we want to see any action in this hand. And he's going to toss the cards in the pile.
Had one of your outs. First one looked really nice. Oh, yeah. Using Demir a 1.
Oh, yeah. This one's just even nice and cheap.
Kind of like a digger?
See if we get
And Jeremy raised to 8K. Curtis folds. Marcy's going to call. Over to Wade. Wade is going to, I believe that's a call. Just a call here. We're going to go with 3 players into the flop. And the flop comes 3-10-2. And Marcy's going to fire away for 10K. Wade goes all in. Splashes the pot. Going all in. Jeremy's going to fold. And we're going to flip up our cards here. And Wade is going to discover that he is behind. Marcy is ahead with her pocket eights. Going to need to see a king or a queen only. That is the only thing that can help. Or a runner, and that's not going to help with the 7. And another 7, and that's going to eliminate Wade. Marcy is going to just keep on gathering in the chips. Marcy not about stacking her chips in multiple stacks, likes to make it nice and high, a good, nice big tower. Actually, she does have 2 towers there. Action over to Josh Larson here. And Josh is all in. Brad folds, Tiny folds, Mike thinks. Starting to hear a lot of player downs out in the field, so the people are starting to go, starting to bust out. Action on Jeremy to call, and he does. And Josh is going to find out he is nearly dominated. So you see a 33% chance to take this down. Oh my, Josh flops an open ender. Ace, king, or 9, and the river is a 5. That's going to eliminate Josh. Jeremy's going to pull in a nice size pot here, 44,000.
I know, I mean, you're right.
So Jeremy taking home a nice pot there. It's definitely going to help him survive deeper and deeper into this tournament. Once again, top 10 places get paid out with a top prize of $5,055. Mike has the option. He's going to fold over to Jeremy. Jeremy folds, and Curtis will take home the blinds and the antes. The B's and the A's.
But now you have to put your big blind in.
You can tell by the sound.
Yep.
You didn't even see it.
No, I wasn't looking that way. It's like, hey, not too much. At least it wasn't 4.
Action's over to Tiny. He's going to have action on Jeremy, our previous big pot winner. He's going to call, and Darcy on the option is going to check it out. Check out the flop. Flop comes for Jack King.
get to watch as it goes?
It's on a delay. That's the YouTube feed.
Here we see Curtis betting 3,000.
One full.
Jeremy folds, and we have Darcy versus Curtis with a turn of a 6.
That's the one where you check. Right behind you.
Curtis firing away for 6K. It's always a good strategy to make the other player pay to see the next card.
5 of hearts.
And Darcy will call. And Darcy will take home that one with ace high.
They are really heavy.
I'm going to fold around to Mike. Mike is going to raise to 6,000. See if anyone else wants to get in on the action here. Darcy from Moorhead, Minnesota will call. Curtis also calls. Got 3 into the flop here, and those 3 cards are 2 ace 5. We're going to check over to Mike. Mike's going to bet 7,000. Darcy's holding what would be the call in his hand, but says no. Curtis also folding. So that's going to allow Mike to bring home the chips, rake them in.
There's a difference between when you put those together, you have to add that question. But this is on C2. Kramer and Kuhn drunk at the same table, it's gonna be loud. Nothing wrong with it. It's just gonna be very loud. Actions on suit 6. 6 folds, 7 folds. I don't think Kramer was drunk that early though. It takes a long time for him. He has to have at least
We're going to see a call from Mike.
half a barrel of whiskey.
Jeremy folds. Darcy folds. Curtis is going to call. See a cheap flop. Curtis is going to check. Marcy checks. Mike checks. On to the turn, another ace. And we're going to check out the river. Comes 8 of clubs. Curtis checks. Marcy fires away for 6,000. Marcy's going to throw out 5K in chips over to Mike, and he's going to fold.
Tournament players, if you're interested, the live stream is currently going. You can find it on YouTube or Facebook. If you need instructions on how to find it or you need some help, just raise your hand, we'll help you out. Again, that live stream is on 15 minutes.
Anybody coming to see table one? Okay. If you hurry up, it might not be a big line. This is number one. We have a fellow symbol in C4. You're coming in as a big line. All right, C5 has card.
Marcy completely uninterested in making 2 chip stacks. This is Jeremiah coming in. He will take Josh's place.
That's not good. You get a set, don't you? Oh, and I have PC. Well, I guess it needs running.
Our 2 new players. I'm going to have to, I didn't get a name check on it, but we will have Jeremiah Leal joining us in the 5 seat. And Alex Fankhanel. I'm going to say it first, Fankhanel. And then I'm going to confirm with him and see if I have pronounced it right. So, Alex, I apologize in advance if it's not Fankhanel. But he's starting with 165,000.
Alex? Bank handle?
Yep. Hey, you actually got it right. Nobody gets it right. Seat open.
Just confirmed with Alex, it is Fankhanel. I guessed it right. Once again, starting chip stack of 165,000.
I'm an elephant. I never forget. I don't forget those hands.
And with new players coming in and trying to get chip counts and we didn't really pause play quick enough to be able to make sure we were ready for the next hand. So that's why the graphics might be off, but the stream will be ending here soon shortly. We're just going to do this for about an hour, and we're going to take a break until we have down to 2 tables. So Jeremy raises to 8.5K, and the Fankhanel calls. 9-9-3 comes the flop.
He's got to earn it. I think first place should win that shirt. That's what I was thinking. Absolutely. Hell no. I don't even want first place money. I just want that shirt.
Jeremy took that one home. Wow. Incredible camera work there. We're going to check over to the flop. Flop comes king 5 ace. We're going to do a quick check. Oh, never mind. Just one check. Curtis can't even get chips across the line and already folded. So Curtis will take home that. I just realized Tiny no longer in the game. Have a safe flight home to Hawaii. Tiny, perhaps one of our most committed DPT players, flying in nearly weekly to play in the tournaments. For the chance to win, maybe break even on the plane ticket alone. So we're gonna continue on here. I'd like to thank our other booth people. We got Blake Balake. I don't know if that'd be on your left or right. Goose in the middle, and myself, Brian Peck. And we're gonna like to welcome everyone once again to on Facebook and YouTube. If you're joining us just now, this is feature table action from the Eagle Eye Tournament in Valley City, North Dakota. We'll start our action here with Curtis looking down at 2 cards. He calls. Marcy's going to fold. We're going to call the blinds and annies. Looks like we have 4 in on the flop. Flop comes 6, queen, 5. Darcy will bet 11K. Action over to Jeremy, deciding on whether or not he wants to do that, and he does not. Darcy cackles as he brings in the pot. We are now down to 5 tables. Who will take home the grand prize of $5,055? That person is in the room right now. Those who will not take home that are in the room as well. We're going to have, going back to our action here, Marcy. Action onto her. Marcy's going to raise it up to 16,000. Jeremiah folds. Brad folds. Alex folds. Mike is going to think about it. And this is...
ahead and sit down. We'll come to the table.
Button is on seat 4. Seat 5, James Marstein.
48,000.
Hey, when you get dealt in, you got this little box here, put your cards side by side, about 2 seconds, and you can
Seat 1, bet 11,000 over 4. Then he showed his ace king.
He said 48, right? Yeah. 48.
Alright.
Then the raise makes it, I reckon, throw the raise without looking.
49 again.
Apologize for the lack of commentary there. Had to go do some cartwheels in the parking lot real quick. Get the blood flowing. We have Jim calling. And Alex raising to 16,000. Actions on Darcy. He's going to throw the chips that he needs to call the bet. Jim's going to fold, and we're heads up to the flop.
Dean's 8. Dana, are we good? Yeah, he's good. I don't do anything with Dean.
This is like a 4-month-old picture of her. Yeah. I just can't get rid of that. That was at her mom's wedding. My ex got married.
Okay. Sevenfold, eightfold, ninefold.
One card. I'm gonna have to get a habit doing this. 31,500.
Four calls and 5 checks. Flop of 6 hearts, queen of clubs, 8 hearts.
On many levels.
5 bet 4,000.
Well enough to know I'm educated.
No, I bet you didn't have any of that. You want blues or you want everything? All 5 of them? Yeah, you sound like Frank. Frankie called me one night, sitting there, game master, tournament.
Sevenfold, eightfold.
He called me to be, and I mean that in the nicest way. Because I was just,
2 makes it 12,000. Four calls. Five was all in. 6 fold.
I didn't have anything. I almost loved it. I just got them right now. I can't. Probably should. No comments. That's what they say, right?
I really want to. I have a pair of
Not too old.
Making sure everybody's staying awake over here.
I've seen people hit, or heard people hit the ground before it was town hall. That's how.
Randy will look for cheese.
Alright, blinds to do up next hand, guys. Next hand.
Attention players. The blinds have changed. The small blind is 3,000 and the big blind is 6,000. And Beyonce is 6,000.
8 folds.
I have lunch, 3, 6, 6. And no,
Raises 16,000. 6 folds, 7 folds. I guess it don't matter.
Taking that button away from me.
I got 3 chips. It doesn't. I'm thinking.
You can't take it. When I have the ace 10 and you have the ace 10, you get both of yours. How does that work? Oh, you are? Oh, work.
Have some new players on the table. We have Andrew Knorr out of Fargo and Nathan Retke. Both are starting with about 54K in chips. Had to do some more cartwheels and even some sit-ups out in the parking lot real quick.
No, we always told her she's adopted. She's the only one with dark hair in my whole family. 15,000.
People raised to 15,000. 5 calls. 6 calls, 7 calls, 8 calls. 9 calls.
Hey, Brad. How you doing, sir? Nice to see you.
Three players. Flops, king, club, 7 of spades, jack of clubs. And then chips. 4 chips, 5 all in. 1 fold, 9 folds. When check, 5 all in.
Surprisingly,
I know.
okay, yeah, it's tough to think about.
Horrible dad joke.
I've always looked bad at pictures. It's tough to get a good picture.
Would you have me?
9, 5, 7, 9. I know it's coming up. Raise 17,000. 6 folds, 7 folds, 8 folds, 9 folds. 1 fold.
They just deliver advertisements in major publications around the FM area, the salary position. No, just all the
We're having a fun little shuffle of personnel back here, relieving for bathroom breaks, taking some phone calls, and now I'm doing commentary and driving the machine here. We have an exciting day here at the Coda Poker Tour in Valley City at the Eagle Eye Tournament.
Keep going. Keep going.
Sorry,
There's your ace king against my pocket.
Action will start on Darcy.
she was talking to me and I got
Sorry, Marcy, starting on Marcy. Got Darcy and a Marcy on the table.
5, raise 16,000. Get it all. 6 folds, all in on 6, 7. And we got a call.
We have a call on the all-in. It's going to be Jim versus Jeremiah. We're going to have ace jack versus ace 10. Flop comes 5 queen queen. Turn is a 6. A heart will do it for Jeremiah, but a 2 of clubs comes on the river. And that is going to eliminate Jim from the tournament Jeremiah taking home about a 62,000 pot. And everyone now is one step closer to winning that $5,000 top prize.
Much better than last time, man. Getting chips thrown at me. That's what he did to me last time.
What? Oh, Jim did?
Yeah, when I took them out last time, he threw chips at me.
Really? He had every out, basically.
He had one chip behind it was on his card, you know, and he said all in. And I
Go to
said,
our
"Oh."
chip leaders here, and we got Marcy, the top with 183,000. Jeremiah, then Jeremy. Two players in on the flop. Flop comes 6-10 queen. Andrew throws out a bet of 6,000, and Marcy's going to fold almost immediately. Action will start on Brad. He's going to fold. Alex folds. Now Nathan, he's going to fold as well. Jeremy's going to toss his cards in the muck, and Darcy's put a chip down on his cards, indicating he very well might play this hand. Last one would be Jeremiah, and he's going to go ahead and fold as well.
I had one over. I had a queen. I had queen six.
Really don't ever want anyone to call.
I think I'm losing every single time today.
I think that's the way to get it.
I'm ecstatic with my Good hand, Darcy.
Thanks. Eight raises to 16,000.
Going to have three players in on the flop here. Jeremiah, Alex, and Darcy. Flop comes 7 king ace. Jeremiah first to act.
Sorry, my fault. 5 checks.
Going to have a check from Jeremiah. Bets 12,000 over to Darcy. Her heads up into the turn. Turn is a jack of hearts. Bet is 12,000. Darcy's going to call. Going to wait on the river here. River is an 8 of hearts. Shows the ace to the camera, and that definitely signals he's going to fold.
Alright guys, get another deal for a little while.
I didn't plan on it. Kind of feeling bad there.
All right, I think we're all back in our normal positions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 tables left here at the Eagle Eye tournament. Once again, our top prize will be $5,055 here today. I believe I see Cody Slusher still out there. He's gunning for Bossum is still out there. Jake Rederath still grinding away. And another former champion of the DPT, Paul Johnson, still in the field. I also see Brandon Schmidt still in the field. So we have some very strong players still out there gunning for that top spot. And with a top prize of $5,000, anyone in the point standings could very well jump up at either first place or in the top 5, depending on where they're at. But we're going to continue action. I also just got word from the control booth that Biker Bob has a pretty big stack. We won't overinflate the numbers here, but I heard he's got a good size stack. Biker Bob has a history of winning here on the FPN weekly league nights. I do believe they play here at the Eagles Club on Sundays. And I think they have a second night. Might be Wednesdays and Sundays. We are probably going to do 1 or 2 more hands. Maybe we'll catch something exciting here. Then we're going to take a break, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and see this last hand. Action's on Darcy to call 6,000, which is just the blinds. Action over to Andrew Knorr. He's going to call. Marcy folds, Jeremiah folds, Brad folds, Alex folds, Nathan folds, and we're going to go heads up to the flop. Flop comes 3 queen 6, 2 clubs out there. Andrew throwing some chips out there, 6,000. Jeremy folds. So I think that is a great hand to end on for now. We would like to thank everyone for tuning in on Facebook and YouTube. I've checked out some chip stacks out in the field. Bossum looks to have the largest chip stack out there, and we will be back once we get down to 2 or 3 tables. We're going to find out who will be the champion crowned here at the Eagle Eye Tournament. Top prize, once again, $5,000. So we're going to take a break here, be back once we're down to 2 or 3 tables. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys all at for the conclusion of the Eagle Eye Showdown.